how to get an orchid to flower. Now that's not just for the moth orchid which we see here, you can also use it for cymbidiums, dendrobiums, cattleyas, epidendrums, the list will go on forever. Now first and foremost, how I get my plants to flower is I allow them to have a good dormancy over the winter and autumn and winter period. So you want to reduce the temperature to around 15 degrees. If you can get it a slightly bit cooler, that's perfect. Now if the plant knows what season it is, that will give the plant a better opportunity to flower in the spring months. Most orchids will flower from late winter until summer, so that's the time that you really need to aim for. In some cases it can be a bit later, but as long as you give it a good dormancy period, that is fantastic to get the orchid to flower. Now in terms of overwatering, in the winter period, you only want to water the soil once the roots turn silver, and now try and make sure that the roots stay silver for a while. You don't want to keep them too hydrated, because if you don't stress the orchid out, the orchid will not flower, because when it's stressed it thinks, oh, my life is ending, I need to pass the genes to the next generation, and how they do it is of course by flowers. Finally, it's all about the location. Now for me, I keep my orchids in a south facing window. Now of course that's not the best place to put them, they don't want too much sunlight, but to be honest, both of these do get a bit of sunlight, and the flowers are so much more thicker. The actual spike is really thick, it's almost pencil thick, so giving it a little bit of winter sunlight will keep it going through the dormancy period, and it'll also give the plant a bit of warmth in the day, whilst at night it'll cool down. So in total, you want to make sure you give it a cool winter, keep it slightly more underwatered until the spring months come back, and then start to increase watering, and then provide a bright area. A snippet of morning or evening sunlight in the winter period is fantastic, but make sure you don't overexpose them to the summer sunlight. And my name is Joe Bagley, and these are my 3 videos of how to get your houseplants to flower, repot, or just generally thrive.